where Morrison and Miz would have ended up. Obviously, Morrison went nowhere, and The Miz was the one who became the bigger star out of the two, and that's a crying shame, because in my opinion, if you ask me at the end of the day, the Morrison character was over more than the Miz character was ever before the Miz was, because Morrison was just so fun. I mean, that Starship Pain move that he did, I mean, that was an amazing move, and that to me was the exemplification of great work ethic, and that was an example of what you have to do to be in the main events. Morrison is someone who easily could have produced six zeros at the end of a number for WWE any day over someone like The Miz, and you can't honestly tell me that The Miz character was more exciting than what John Morrison was. I mean, either in their feud or as singles competitors, Morrison was always over than The Miz to me. And I think that Morrison should have got a lot better. He deserved a lot better than what he got. And there are a lot of people like Morrison in that same category who deserved a lot better than what they got. Chris Morandensky, better known as Chris Masters, one of the best workers in the industry, interviewed him 6 times. He should have been somebody who got a lot better than what he deserved and been treated a lot better, but he never was, because you had characters like The Miz all the time, and I could never understand the reason behind WWE for treating them the way they did and got away with it. There's no way WWE should be able to get away with treating wrestlers like Chris Masters unless there's a lot of unprofessionalism that I don't know about that I would love to be clued in on about. Why they are treating wrestlers like this, why they've done it for years and gotten away with it, and why people like The Miz are always the ones who get over. I understand the wrestling psychology part of it, of how The Miz is paid in the 6 figures to get on our nerves, like The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, so many wrestlers who have come and gone over the years, who have been paid the same way The Miz is being paid to get on our nerves. But in 2016, 2004, I may have accepted this under better terms than what I am now. But it's not 2004 anymore. It's 2016. It's supposed to be about the New Talent Initiative, and there's no way The Miz is someone who should be getting over more than an AJ Styles is in 2016. There's no one who can convince me The Miz is still relevant here. There are people out there who love The Miz, and I appreciate the diversity, because we have so many people who like The Miz, just as many who like The Miz that hate him. But the thing is, The Miz is just not relevant to me, and he's anything but entertaining. I mean, AJ Styles is the guy. Y2AJ have more promise than The Miz does for the future in WWE, and that really says something. And I think those are the wrestlers who deserve the focus. Yeah, Miz TV is there to promote these wrestlers like AJ Styles, Apollo Crews, and countless others on NXT, which you should be watching, because it's a great look into the future of what WWE has coming up in the way of promising stars. But Miz TV should not be used as a segment where AJ Styles doesn't even get a chance to speak, and The Miz is just there running down AJ Styles after having had the reputation he's had for years all over the world, wrestling against some of the biggest names like Kurt Angle and Sting. Miz TV shouldn't have been used that week for AJ Styles to be ran down by The Miz and not get a word in. AJ Styles should have at least had the chance to speak in a promo and not just beat the hell out of The Miz, setting up for a match on Thursday Night SmackDown, which is not even live TV. It's just taped on Tuesdays when it should have been on live TV, especially the matches between AJ Styles and Chris Jericho. Here's what it comes down to, ladies and gentlemen. As long as you have matches like AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho in a series, the way we had CM Punk and Chris Jericho back in 2013, just 2 years ago, as long as you have matches like AJ Styles and Chris Jericho happening and a team like Y2AJ wrestling against the Social Outcasts and that being over, getting huge crowd responses, along with that Shane McMahon coming back, getting one of the biggest and hottest reactions we've seen in the last 10 years of anybody, and Shane McMahon is not a full-time wrestler. As long as you have things like that happening, The Miz is going to be anything but relevant and remain that way, and that's why we see people like me posting so many shoot videos on their opinions on The Miz, and you're going to be seeing it for a really long time, because how I feel about The Miz is not going to cease to exist or going to be going anywhere anytime soon. And as long as you have things like Y2AJ, Chris Jericho, and AJ Styles being a phenomenal tag team, which I wish had a better name and a better catchphrase and something better to live off of, as long as you have things like AJ Styles and Chris Jericho in feuds and tag teams and Shane McMahon returning not even in full-time wrestling and getting these huge reactions, I'm going to feel this way about The Miz for a really long time because The Miz is anything but awesome, and that's just my point of view. You may like it or you may disagree with it, but the thing is, it works both ways, and with so many people who don't like it, there are so many people who probably do and who can't get enough of these shoot videos, and I'm going to feel this way about The Miz for a really long time. I'm your host, Jonathan Clarke, and I will talk to you again next week. Like what you hear? Tell us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
Well, break the walls down. It's the big show. Jericho, you know what got you. Come on, let's break the walls down. Who knows about to rock or what you want? Baby, you know you do that and like a prick. Baby, what I got is not from the least. Bring it to the stage and the rage of the beast. Step into the arena and break the walls down. Step into the arena and break the walls down. Step into the light, and then you'll know you will stop to drop on the walls of Jericho. It's the big show. It's a big man show tonight. Yeah, it's a big show. Crank it up and turn on the light. Oh yeah, get ready for trouble. How do you never know? Too late for running. It's time for the show. I'm awakened from my daily sleep. You're awake. You're living in the agony of defeat. I am the master of your own heat. I am the man that walks you like sheep. Step into the town and break the wall down. Your heartbeat is the only sound. Step into the light, and then you'll know you will stop to drop on the walls of Jericho. It's the big show, and I've come to set things right. Yeah, it's a big show. Who's gonna burn this house tonight? Oh yeah, your time is over. Your time's come around. Hold you high above me, then plant you in the ground. Break the wall down. It's the big show. Jericho, you know what got you. Come on, let's break the walls down. It's the big show. Jericho, you know what got you. Come on, let's break the walls down.
Don't go anywhere. HEW Entertainment Radio will return with the latest news, music, interviews, discussion, and Jonathan Clarke next.
When something takes place in the world of professional wrestling, you know where to go. WrestleZone.com. WrestleZone.com. Covering all the latest breaking news daily. Interactive forums where you can chat with thousands of other wrestling fans. Exclusive editorials and audio features by some of today's top wrestling superstars. Exclusive video content, weekly polls, live play-by-play coverage of every WWE and TNA pay-per-view. And now, featuring WrestleZone Radio, live with news, in-depth discussions, debates, and interviews with wrestling's top stars, past and present. When you think wrestling, think WrestleZone. WrestleZone.com.
He considers himself God's gift to wrestling, and millions of his faithful agree. With nearly 4 hours of footage and exclusive commentary and matches, this DVD chronicles Daniel's rise from Chicago's Windy City Wrestling to the Asylum in Nashville, and finally to the top of TNA. TNA Home Video presents Heaven Sent, Hell Bound, the best of Christopher Daniels. Available at most retailers and TNAWrestling.com.
Hey, you right there, the one listening to this show. While you're tuning into this broadcast or when you read the news on WrestleZone.com, are you forming opinions of it all? Or do you just agree with everything you see and hear? If you actually have some sort of afterthought, which, by the way, is normal, we want to know what it is. There are thousands of wrestling fans just like you that simply can't hold their thoughts in either. And they let it all out in our interactive forums. You have a voice, so use it. Simply visit forums.WrestleZone.com. Don't just be active, be reactive in the official WrestleZone.com forums. For all the latest in mixed martial arts, be sure to visit WrestleZone's sister site, SureDog.com. Complete with daily news, exclusive video, interviews, live radio broadcast, interactive forums, and the very popular Fight Finder with bios and complete match-by-match histories of your favorite fighters. SureDog is the only place you need when it comes to mixed martial arts. Visit SureDog.com today.
Hi, my name is Adam Nudelman, but I play the Phantom on the radio. I'm here to remind you that, oh, screw that, my book, Mysteries of Wrestling Solved, is available at finer bookstores everywhere. That stupid fake voice, I hate it. I wrote a book along with Sir Adam Kleinberg called Mysteries of Wrestling. It has the questions that you wanted answered. Why does Steve Austin hate Jeff Jarrett? Are referees really blind and stupid and dumb? Who is actually the toughest wrestler in the business outside of the ring? Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kamala. We get down and dirty with insider facts you've never read about anywhere else. So what are you waiting for? It makes a great stocking stuffer. You're too short, you buy 3 of them, you get taller, you just stand on them. Mysteries of Wrestling Solved by ECW Press, written by Sir Adam Kleinberg and Adam the Phantom Nudelman. Available everywhere. It's done. The plug is done. I'm done. I didn't sell it well enough. There's naked pictures of China in there. Okay? Thank you.
Available now on DVD. John Triton is on the toughest, most important mission